Stop what you're doing because women's basketball just went from competitive to catastrophic. And the internet is melting down in real time. 2 minutes ago, a bombshell clip and a series of leaked posts have turned the rivalry between Angel, Reese and Caitlin Clark into the biggest scandal the WNBA has ever seen. What started as side-eye and subtle shade has exploded into an all-out war on the court, in the locker room, and across every corner of social media. And make no mistake, this isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about jealousy, betrayal, and the collapse of a friendship-turned-feud that fans thought they'd never witness. Angel Reese, once hailed as the Bayou Barbie and the new face of the future, is now being dragged through the digital mud. Accused of hating on Caitlin Clark, the record-shattering phenom who has single-handedly revolutionized women's hoops. Here's the part that has everybody's jaws on the floor. The so-called receipts, screenshots, voice notes, and insider leaks that suggest Reese has been plotting against Clark for months. We're talking private texts exposed, heated locker room confrontations caught on camera, and whispers of teammates choosing sides. Twitter is in flames. TikTok is dissecting every angle, and even NBA legends are chiming in. This isn't just sports beef, this is a cultural earthquake. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse for Angel Reese, wait until you hear the next part of this story. Because what's happening right now, it could end her career. The scandal detonated like a bomb across every screen in America. Just minutes ago, the receipts dropped, and what they reveal about Angel Reese's so-called hate for Caitlin Clark is enough to shatter the WNBA's carefully built image of unity forever. Fans had whispered about tension between the two rookies since their college battles. But nobody imagined the drama ran this deep, this raw, this personal. It all began with a leaked screenshot. A simple group chat message, allegedly between Reese, a teammate, and an unnamed staffer, in which Reese wrote, "Ooh, they need to stop pretending she's saving the league. She ain't better than me. They just want a face they can market." Within seconds, the post had gone viral. Was it real? Was it doctored? Nobody knew, but the timing couldn't have been worse. Caitlin Clark had just broken yet another rookie record. And Reese's own struggles, shooting percentages plummeting, ejections piling up, were fresh in the headlines. To critics, the screenshot looked less like frustration and more like bitterness exploding in private. And then came the voice note, a scratchy 12-second audio clip supposedly from a team flight, where a woman sounding exactly like Reese mutters, "If I hear Caitlin's name one more time, I swear I'm walking off this plane." Fans slowed it down, analyzed the background noise, even matched it to a flight itinerary posted earlier that week. Whether authentic or not, the clip was enough to fuel a firestorm. Twitter, or X, as Elon wants people to call it, instantly lit up. Hashtags like hashtag Clark over Reese, hashtag WNBA Hategate, and hashtag Cancel Bayou Barbie shot to the top of trending lists. Within hours, TikTok creators were stitching highlight reels of Caitlin draining logo threes against clips of Reese getting tossed for technicals, captioned with, "This is why she mad." Instagram was no better. Comment sections under Reese's recent posts filled with snake emojis, accusations of jealousy, and fans begging her to humble herself before it's too late. But the receipts didn't stop there. A supposed assistant coach from the Chicago Sky anonymously leaked a memo describing serious chemistry issues in the locker room. The document, dated just last week, claimed Reese was openly frustrated with constant Caitlin Clark comparisons and refused to participate in team drills after a heated debate about media coverage. The memo's final line, "This situation is becoming toxic for the team's culture." Whether legitimate or staged, it sent shockwaves through the league. Behind closed doors, insiders say Reese broke down in tears during practice, accusing teammates of idolizing Clark. Instead of supporting her, one source even claimed there was shouting, with another player snapping back, "She earns the attention, you don't." If true, this wasn't just a feud between stars, it was ripping entire locker rooms apart. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark stayed silent. No tweets, no statements, just basketball. And that silence became the loudest part of the story. Fans praised her composure. She lets her game do the talking. One viral post read, pulling 2 million likes in under 24 hours. Every big shot Clark hit now doubled as an indirect clapback, another dagger in Reese's crumbling public image. But the most shocking betrayal came from within Reese's own circle. A leaked text thread allegedly between her and a family member revealed explosive words. They only love her because she's white. If I played like her, nobody would care. That single line turned the internet upside down. Whether authentic or not, it framed the rivalry in racial overtones, fueling a divisive debate that split fans, players, and even journalists. Some called it a fair critique of bias in sports media. Others slammed it as pure bitterness. Either way, the damage was done and Reese's reputation was spiraling faster than ever. The celebrity reactions only poured gasoline on the fire. Shaquille O'Neal tweeted, "Jealousy will eat you alive. Focus on your game." Charles Barkley told TNT cameras, "Angel better stop worrying about Caitlin and start worrying about winning games." Even Cardi B chimed in on Instagram Live saying, "Nah, Angel trippin'. Caitlin got the whole world watching women's ball. You supposed to celebrate that, not hate." By now, Reese's every move was being dissected. When she liked a tweet criticizing Clark as overhyped, screenshots spread like wildfire. When she unfollowed a reporter who praised Clark, fans noticed instantly. And when she appeared visibly irritated in a post-game press conference after being asked about Clark's record-breaking night, the internet crowned her the WNBA's biggest hater. But the climax of this first chapter came during a fever-sky matchup. Tension had been building all night, and in the third quarter, Reese and Clark collided under the basket. Words were exchanged and cameras caught Reese muttering something. While rolling her eyes, Clark simply jogged back on defense, but the crowd reaction told the story. Boos rained down on Reese in her own arena. Chants of MVP, MVP erupted for Clark, and commentators whispered on live broadcast, "This rivalry has officially crossed the line." The fallout was immediate. The clip of that confrontation went viral, pulling tens of millions of views in a matter of hours. Fans slowed it down, repeated Reese's words. And the consensus interpretation spread like wildfire. "You'll never be better than me." Whether she said it or not didn't matter. The narrative had been cemented. Angel Reese wasn't just struggling. She was hating. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, a bombshell rumor dropped at midnight. A well-known WNBA insider posted on Patreon claiming a private team meeting nearly came to blows. According to the leak, Reese and a veteran teammate had to be separated after an argument about Clark's media coverage turned into screaming. The insider described the scene as explosive, emotional, and unsalvageable. Fans were floored. Was Angel Reese unraveling before our eyes? Was her jealousy turning into self-destruction? And most importantly, if this was just the beginning, what kind of nuclear drama was waiting to drop next? Because the next leak wasn't about a text or a press conference or a highlight clip. The next leak would shake the WNBA at its core, exposing the kind of betrayal nobody thought possible. The fallout from Angel. Reese's alleged hate for Caitlin Clark was already spiraling out of control. But what happened next turned this into a full-blown sports scandal of historic proportions. Fans thought the screenshots and the on-court shade were bad enough. They hadn't seen anything yet because the locker room bombshell hit like a meteor. Late last night, a leaked recording surfaced online, a grainy 42-second audio clip supposedly captured during a Chicago Sky team meeting. In it, a woman sounding eerily like Reese could be heard raising her voice, I'm tired of hearing about Caitlyn every day. We got our own stars in here. Why are they acting like she's the only one that matters? Then, chaos. Chairs scrape. A second voice snaps back, allegedly one of Reese's teammates. Because she's winning us fans, Angel. She's the reason. People even show up. The clip ends with shouting and what sounds like someone storming out. The internet detonated. The hashtag locker room leak trended instantly, pulling millions of views across TikTok, and X-fans dissected every syllable, debating whether the voices really belonged to Reese and her teammates. But insiders confirmed enough details. The background noise matched a Sky practice facility, and the timing lined up with a closed-door players-only meeting, reported by local beat writers. Authentic or not, the damage was catastrophic. And then came the burner account scandal. Social media detectives uncovered a suspicious X account named Truth for WNBA that had been posting cryptic messages for weeks. The account had less than 200 followers until yesterday, when users connected the dots. Multiple posts from the account directly mirrored phrases Reese had used in interviews. One tweet read, "Caitlyn is overhyped. If I was white, they'd treat me like a queen too." Another, "Y'all sheep keep bowing down to her, but can't even name who won the championship." Fans immediately accused Reese of running the account, though no proof has surfaced yet. But the timing was damning. Hours after the locker room audio leak, the burner account deactivated. Screenshots spread like wildfire before it disappeared, with one chilling post pinned to the top. "Watch how fast they turn on me. Watch." By now, the public reaction was brutal. Sports radio hosts tore into Reese. One commentator said, "This isn't confidence anymore. It's bitterness, plain and simple." Stephen A. Smith went viral for his fiery rant. "Angel Reese better fix her attitude before she loses everything." Caitlyn Clark is putting butts in seats, selling jerseys, and elevating the entire league. Hating on that? That's career suicide. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark maintained her silence. No tweets, no interviews, just focus. But her actions spoke volumes. In her next game against the Liberty, Clark dropped 36 points with 12 assists and a dagger 3 from nearly half court. The arena erupted, chanting her name while Reese sat on the bench watching in frustration. After the game, Clark posted one simple caption on Instagram with a photo of her pointing to the scoreboard. "Numbers don't lie." Fans immediately took it as a calculated shot at Reese, and the post shattered records with over 3 million likes in under 24 hours. Reese's frustration boiled over in real time. During the Sky's practice the next morning, insiders claimed she broke down crying, saying the media was trying to destroy her image. But instead of sympathy, tension erupted. One veteran reportedly told her bluntly, "You're destroying yourself." According to the same insider, the two nearly came to blows before staff intervened. The locker room was fractured. Some teammates sided with Reese, saying she had every right to be frustrated at the league's obsession with Clark. Others distanced themselves, privately telling reporters they were exhausted by the drama. The once united Sky roster was now a battlefield, and the sponsors noticed. Rumors began circulating that a major brand partnership Reese had been negotiating was suddenly on pause. Meanwhile, Clark's merchandise was selling out nationwide. Every headline about Reese's feud only amplified Clark's stardom. But the betrayal that shocked fans the most came from within Reese's supposed inner circle. A leaked DM thread, allegedly between Reese and a close friend, showed her venting. "Can't believe my own teammates fawning over her. They fake. They don't really want me to shine." Screenshots of the conversation quickly spread across Reddit and X, sparking outrage. If Reese's words were authentic, it wasn't just Caitlyn Clark she was targeting. It was her own team by now. The celebrity reactions were piling up. Kevin Durant tweeted this, "Hate looks ugly. Respect greatness, even if it's not you." Lisa Leslie told a podcast, "Every generation has its star. Angel should know better than to tear down another woman." Even Sha'Carri Richardson, known for her fiery takes, posted, "You can't win if you're too busy hating." Reese's every move was under a microscope. When she posted a cryptic message on Instagram, "They want me to be the villain. Fine, I'll play the role," fans exploded. Some cheered her defiance, others mocked her as delusional. Post pulled nearly 500,000 comments in just 6 hours. But the most jaw-dropping twist came when ESPN insiders revealed that WNBA officials were considering disciplinary action. Not for anything on the court, but for conduct detrimental to the league. Proven that Reese leaked comments, ran burner accounts, or created toxic locker room environments. She could face fines, suspensions, or worse. This wasn't just about Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark anymore. This was about the integrity of the league itself. And the whispers behind closed doors grew louder. Some executives were worried Reese's behavior could tank the WNBA's new surge of popularity. Yet, just when it seemed like Reese was finished, a shocking new player entered the drama: her own coach. According to leaked emails obtained by a gossip blog, the Sky's head coach allegedly wrote to staff, "We can't let this get out of hand. If Angel can't move past this, we may need to bench her indefinitely." The email was dated just 2 days ago. Fans were stunned. Was Angel Reese about to lose her starting spot? Was her own team turning against her? And most importantly, could she survive the storm if the WNBA itself stepped in? The chaos was now unstoppable. Social media was split in half. Team Caitlin or Team Angel. Every sports show in America was covering the feud like it was the Super Bowl, and deep down, fans knew this was only the beginning. Because just as the internet was catching its breath from the locker room leak, the burner account scandal, and the sponsor fallout, a mysterious video began circulating. A video that insiders swore would change everything. A video that, if real, could end Angel Reese's career in one night. The internet thought it had seen everything. The screenshots, the burner account, the locker room meltdown. Angel Reese's downfall was already messy enough to fill an entire documentary. But then came the video. And this wasn't just another grainy clip or out-of-context tweet. This was the kind of footage that could end careers, fracture franchises, and rewrite the entire future of women's basketball. The video surfaced on a late-night Reddit thread titled "Angel Exposed: The Truth They Don't Want You to See." At first, people dismissed it as clickbait. But when the link started spreading across TikTok and Twitter, within minutes, curiosity took over. What the world saw was a shaky cell phone recording from what looked like inside a team bus. Angel Reese, sitting in the back row, visibly angry, venting to someone off camera. Her words: "Brutal. I'm not going to sit here and let them crown Caitlin like she's the queen of the league. She ain't even all that. I don't want her because she's safe, because she's marketable. I'll never bow down to her." The kicker. At the end of the clip, she allegedly adds, "If the league wants her so bad, let them have her. I'll do my own thing." The video exploded. Within hours, it was viewed over 20 million times, clipped, subtitled, and plastered across every sports page in existence. Fans were floored. Critics said it confirmed every accusation that Reese wasn't just frustrated, she was consumed by envy. Supporters tried to spin it, saying she was venting privately in a heated moment. But the damage was done. The fallout was immediate. ESPN devoted an entire primetime segment to breaking it down frame by frame. Analysts debated whether Reese's comments were fair criticism of media bias or unforgivable disrespect toward the player single-handedly carrying the WNBA's ratings. Shaquille O'Neal called it career suicide on camera. Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back either. Angel Reese just handed her haters the biggest weapon possible. You can't say this stuff in private anymore. The cameras are always rolling. Caitlin Clark doesn't even have to respond. Her silence is the dagger. And the silence continued. Clark went about her business, racking up another double-double, smiling at fans, signing autographs for kids who lined up with Clark 22 jerseys. The contrast was devastating. On one side, Reese embroiled in leaks, hate, and locker room chaos. On the other, Clark, cool, composed, untouchable. But here's where things got even darker. A second leak dropped, this time from a so-called insider within the WNBA offices. Screenshots of emails suggested that executives were in panic mode. One line from an alleged internal message read, "If this continues, we may need to suspend Angel Reese to protect the league's image." Another, "Clark is generating unprecedented numbers. Cannot let this feud derail our momentum." Idea of a suspension sent shockwaves through the fanbase. Could the league really sideline one of its brightest stars just to protect Caitlin Clark? Or was this proof that Reese's accusations about favoritism were actually true? Suddenly, the debate wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about race, marketing, and the politics of sports fame. Meanwhile, Reese's emotions spiraled further. According to insiders, she broke down during practice, crying in the locker room and saying she was done with the media. Teammates tried to comfort her, but one veteran allegedly snapped, "You brought this on yourself." That exchange reportedly led to a shouting match so intense that staff had to intervene again. The internet was ruthless. Memes flooded TikTok, mocking Reese with captions like "rent-free in Angel's head" over clips of Caitlin draining deep threes. Twitter users piled on with posts like, "She's the Draymond Green of the WNBA, more drama than dominance." The more Reese fought back, the worse it got, because fight back she did. On Instagram Live, she finally addressed the leaks head-on. "Y'all want to make me the villain? Fine. But let's not act like I'm the only one who's ever been frustrated. I work hard. I deserve respect too. Caitlin ain't God. Stop treating her like it." Her tone was defiant, fiery, but instead of calming the storm, it poured gasoline on it. This clip was reposted everywhere with captions like "Angel doubles," "Down on the hate," "Down on the hate." And just when it seemed like she had completely burned every bridge, the most shocking betrayal of all surfaced. A leaked message allegedly from a coach. The message, shared by a gossip blog, read, "We have to consider benching her. She's become a distraction to the entire team." For real, it was a dagger to the heart of Reese's career. Imagine your own coaching staff turning on you in public. Celebrity reactions only made the storm wilder. Charles Barkley blasted Reese on national TV. "This is self-destruction in real time. She'd better fix it before she's out the league." Meanwhile, LeBron James tweeted cryptically, "Respect the game. The game don't care about your feelings." Fans took it as a subtle shot at Reese, but the biggest reaction came from Caitlin Clark herself. For the first time, she broke her silence. In a post-game interview, when asked about the feud, she smiled and said, "I just love basketball. That's where my focus is. I can't control what other people say. I just want to keep inspiring people to love the game." The crowd erupted in cheers. Social media crowned it the ultimate clapback. No shots fired, just pure grace. And that's when the cliffhanger dropped. A WNBA reporter revealed that the league was preparing to meet privately with Reese, her team, and her management. The topic: disciplinary action. Rumors swirled that Reese could face a fine, suspension, or even lose endorsements if the leaks were verified. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's star was only rising higher, untouched by the drama. So now the question is this: has Angel Reese destroyed her own career with jealousy? Or is she a victim of a league that only has room for one superstar narrative? Fans are divided. The league is panicking. And the drama is only getting started because the next chapter isn't about basketball anymore. It's about survival, okay? And Angel Reese is running out of time. And there you have it, the scandal that has the entire basketball world upside down. Angel Reese accused, exposed, and dragged into the biggest storm of her career. While Caitlin Clark stands taller than ever, breaking records and winning hearts. But let's be clear, this story isn't finished. Not by a long shot. New leaks are surfacing daily, whispers of locker room betrayals keep spreading. And the WNBA's next move could determine not just Angel Reese's future, but the future of the entire league. Ask yourself, can you really afford to miss the next twist? What happens if the league drops an official suspension tomorrow? What happens if another video leaks one even worse than the last? And what if Caitlin Clark finally decides to fire back directly? That's not just news, that's history in the making, and you need to be here when it breaks. So here's what you need to do right now. Smash that like button to show you're locked in. Drop a comment with whose side you're on, Team Angel or Team Caitlin. And most importantly, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story isn't slowing down. The next update could come at any second, and trust me, you don't want to be the last one to know when the next bombshell drops. This is more than basketball. This is betrayal, fame, power, and legacy colliding in real time. Stay tuned, the real explosion hasn't even hit yet.